Yo, welcome to the Wildest Crazy Podcast. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, everybody that helped us get to that 215 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the feedback everybody's been giving me. Thank you so much for just supporting us, showing the love. Thank you guys so much. Next week we'll be off. As you can see, Celeste off today. We'll be back not next week, but the following week. Taking Easter off. We'll be back the following week. And today was just a good, relaxing day for me, and it got me to just thinking about the Will Smith situation. And the reason why I thought about the Will Smith situation, because I seen the movie King Richard, and it was a great movie. Like, he really did a great job in the story. The overall movie was incredible, and it just let me know like how hard some fathers and mothers and people around you go for you. You know, to see him and his wife and the things they did to help Serena and Venus get to, you know, where they was at a higher, and just the way, you know, he brought his kids up and really cared for them. Like, that really, you know, that was a great story. So just seeing a lot of things, like I said, just seeing a lot of things was like dope. And, you know, it should challenge us all as parents to just work a little harder, do a little more. So speaking of family, I want to introduce you guys to this family, the Macks. Welcome to Macks.
Thank you for having us.
I got mother and I got the kids.
Yeah.
So guys, introduce yourself. Tell me how you guys' week was.
Ladies first, go mama.
Yeah.
I'm Lashay, and my week went pretty good. I woke up every day, so I'm blessed.
That's what's up.
I'm blessed, and
we're going to have fun today. Yeah. We're going to hear your kids' responses. We're going to have great laughs.
Can't wait.
Okay, so my name is Shayla.
Scoot a little closer for me, Shayla.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Get comfortable.
Okay, so my name is Shayla. I had a good week. I went out. I saw my friends. I didn't have to work, so.
Oh, that's always a blessing.
Yes. Back at it tomorrow, though.
Back to the money. And you, my brother, returning.
Yeah, thank you for having me back too as well. It been good. I mean, today been good. This week been good. I mean, I never stop working, so I work 7 days a week. Yeah, like that lady over there. So it been real good though. You know, just trying to take in. You know, been really been dealing with a lot of family issues. So really been taking in and then just enjoying life. You know, because you just can't take it for granted. Yeah, as we seeing. You know, so it's going good.
Okay, and my prayers with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, before we start, we're gonna play this family game I came up with. So. Everybody point at who you think it is. If it's somebody at home, because it's a lot of sisters.
It's a lot of them.
It's a lot of you guys. You guys are deep. And quick story before I say this. I remember him playing basketball and you dropping him off. Mm-hmm. And I used to be like, damn, he got a lot of sisters. Because all the girls used to be run out. Look, they'll run out fast and everywhere. I'd be like, oh, shit, it's a lot of them. And he'd be like, man, I got a lot of little sisters, man. I'm like, damn.
I'm scared.
He only had 2 little sisters. But he the biggest, so
right.
Even the 2 older ones, he called all of them little sisters.
Little to me.
Okay, y'all ready to play the game?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, if it's the sister at home, point at the camera. Okay. Who is the funniest? Okay.
Her and Kristen. Kristen funny too.
Okay.
Kristen is funny.
Kristen is funny.
Yeah, Kristen is a funny one. Shayla funny too. Okay. You know, me and her, like, she basically the same. We like clones. She gets some.
Okay, I like that. Next one. Who is the loudest? Oh, damn, you taking everything.
For sure.
Okay, next one. Who is the gangster one? Who is the one always ready to pop it off if they have to?
My older sister, Brittany.
No.
She get it from Brittany. When Brittany is, you know, Brittany, my oldest, and she been in the trenches longer, so she been it with us to East Moore and 7 Mile Day, so hold it down.
Next one. Who is the peaceful one?
Courtney.
Yeah.
Courtney.
Yes, my sister Courtney.
Yeah.
Okay. This the one. Right?
Uh-oh.
Who is mommy's favorite?
Courtney.
Courtney and Shayla. And Christian, I'll be honest with you, all of them. I mean, all of us. She don't really have a favorite, but she had girls. That's why I tell her. They be having them girls there. I'm like,
I deal with each one of them.
But yeah, we don't get no favorites.
I don't have a favorite. And they do
that.
the same thing
Yeah.
and say I have favorites with my grandchildren. And I don't. I love each one of them differently because all of them have different personalities.
See, people don't believe you when you say that.
Yeah,
but
my
I
kids
really
say that too.
Like, I don't have a favorite.
Right, my kids say that's a lie. You do. You know, they get the blame.
I believe it. She don't got no favorite.
I don't show. I love each one of my kids separately.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
In the same way, but I love hard.
Different.
And I love them all hard though. So they all was some brats, some spoiled brats. So
yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so tell me a little bit about you and your relationship to your son.
He's my only son. The only son I have. I had 2 daughters first, and I always wanted boys.
Okay.
So God knew what was best for me. He gave me 4 girls and 1 boy.
Take these girls.
Yeah. So when he gave me my son, you know, I was, you know, I'm like, wow, I got a son, because I like girls too, but I always wanted boys. So, and he was my best baby.
Okay.
You know, he was real outgoing as a baby, smiling. He wasn't a crybaby. He was just a good boy. He was a good boy. And then when he got to 2, oh my God, it was like I had 4 boys. 4 boys in one. So he was really, really energetic, jumping, flipping. And, you know, I had in-laws was like, give him some Ritalin. I'm like, no. He won't get any
shout out to y'all.
I'm like, no.
Thank you.
You don't give him.
Twos,
It wasn't 2, it was 2, 4, 5, 6. He was just
10, 14.
He was so busy. He was just a busy boy. But I thank God that he let me deal with him and I didn't have to give him medication. And I'm just a believer that, you know, it wasn't a medication. It's just, you know, spare the rod, spoil the child. So he got a lot of little, you know, little whoopings and stuff. And then he just flipped at the age, I want to say, probably in high school. Okay. He just kind of, you know, was just about sports, about wanted to just be the number one, famous. He just wanted to, you know, and I had to explain to him even when he went to college. He had to, if you wasn't going to make it, playing ball, just get your degree, you know, because that's what it's about. I was for the ball, you know, but I wanted him to have a degree. Yeah. So, and he made it. He's a good man. He's a good father. I mean, I'm going to go on and on and on because I'm like, woo, woo. And I got a lot of girlfriends. They like, oh my God, your son. They just rage over how good of a father, how good of a man he is. So I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him. And I don't want you to ever lose that. Just, you know, I tell you all the time, put God first, because you have people that, you know, that don't believe in you, but it's not about that. It's believing in yourself. Yeah. You know, and if you got 2 people that you bringing with you, then that's the 2 people that you bring. You don't have to worry about, you know, doing what, you know, it looked like if I had a whole crew of people. You know, you just know that you got us behind you. If I'm gone, you know, I'm here in spirit. So, and I'm just proud of him. I'm proud of him. So whatever he do, I'm proud of him.
Shayla?
I guess our relationship is this really like my best friend, I would say.
Don't cry.
Like, I'm not gonna cry. I am really emotional when it comes to like family, like
Into me.
Yeah. Like I just love that we are just so, you know, just close and got a close knit bond, you know, just I will say, you know, like what keeps us close, you know, just with the whole family is like our realness, you know. And I guess that could be troubling as well.
Right, it can be juggling.
But I would say, you know, it's our realness and, you know, just always there for each other. I would say that, like, he, you know, I feel like he's who keep us grounded, you know, like keep our family, you know, close-knit and things like that. Great father, great husband. He's a great person all around, you know.
Sometimes.
Great good businessman too. Right, sometimes.
So, Explain to me the whole brother and sister dynamic. Like if somebody was to ask you guys, like, what's some of the things that y'all believe in that makes y'all situation work? Like, is it, tough love? Is it being honest? Talk to me about what's different from y'all relationship and kind of like advice you could get other brothers and sisters to be a little closer.
I would say it's the tough love. Most definitely, like that's where like the realness come in. Like I know, you got, talking behind your back and things like that, but just letting things be said, right then and there. I feel like our group chat is what keeps us together as well. We got a family group chat. We literally talk in it every single day. Like every day you wake up.
Sound funny.
Yeah, hundreds of messages.
Yeah.
So I would say, like that tough love, just letting it be known, right then and there.
Yeah, I feel like our relationship is like kind of like just real. It's like we really, even if one of us like feeling that type not to say nothing, somebody gonna say something, and that's how our mom raised us too. You know what I mean? So, none. That's who she is. None hold back, and that's how we are, and that's how we get better. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like a lot of situations, I ain't gonna bring no name up. A lot of situations, like one of our family members, we seen something, and we like hold on, and we all like put the brakes. That's just us. You know what I mean? And not just that us. That's just who we are and how we was raised, and just our loyalty. That's why we are our closest friends, because a lot of families, they have friends come in and change things, and friends, they be disloyal with their friends or whatnot. That can't happen with us. That can't happen with us going home with our mama. It's like, hold on, this can't that it's just that loyalty we keep, and that's why we don't have many friends. We don't. I can speak for all my sisters, but we got us. That's what I mean? Yeah. And that's what it matters. And if we need friends, we want people to hang out with, we can call 10 people, but I think that, that's what, keeping the loyalty, and not just that, it's just like, just being real with your family members. I think they call it fake because y'all going behind each other back and talking about, each other. Just keep it real at the end of the day, and everything gonna move forward from there.
Yeah. What are some things that you felt that was important for you to kind of show them how to come together, how to be brother and sisters? Like, I have my things that I teach my sons, like far as like always be there for each other, always be honest with each other, and just support each other in everything you do. Because to me, as being a father of 3 boys now, like I always teach them that you are to be each other's best friends. You don't have to like what this person like or do what this person do, but build your own relationship, your own bond. Because when I'm not here, I want y'all to rally towards each other. What are some of the things that you pretty much taught them?
I was a young mother. I mean, I wasn't that young, but I was a young mother, and I was growing with my kids. And I just think I just showed them, as far as how I was, the love that I had. A lot of times you can teach your kids to be close. You can teach your kids to do right. And sometimes your kids can go the whole different way. It has nothing to do with the really upbringing of them, as far, they do what they do. But I think because I always longed for a close relationship with my family. So, and on my ex-husband's side of the family, it was 18 of them. Okay. And so it was 18, and I just didn't really see, they were close, but I mean, I've always just imagined just being just super, super close. So with my kids, as we get older, I just make sure holidays, like, make sure I don't demand it, but I kind of like, y'all coming over, every holiday is a must, every birthday, and I taught my kids. I remember the oldest one was probably about 12. And I had to teach them to give back, because on birthdays, I would, they expect big gifts. This her birthday, I'll take them all out. But I do remember telling them, like, hey, I want a gift. If you have to go to the dollar store, buy me a $1 card. I want 5 cards. I had to let them know, if you want to draw, But I want that, so I had to teach them how to give back. Don't just expect.
Yeah.
This is what I expect. I want this. A Mother's Day. I want this and this, and I think that kind of made them grow up to see that this is things that you do in life, and this is your blood. These ain't 5 brothers and sisters from 5 different baby daddies. Okay, I'm just saying, but I'm saying they all same mother and father, and y'all are the closest that y'all can be. I like and that. So just keep that love. You're going to have differences. You're going to have fallouts. I mean, I be feeling like, oh my God, really? Really? And, and I'll be praying like, Lord, what am I doing? And by the morning, they probably they make back up, and I'll be like, y'all about to go somewhere? But, so it's just about the love. And I tried to instill that in them because I think it's in me. So.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so speaking on that, I like how you ended that. So tell me, what is your ways that works with you guys as far as communication? What is your style of communication? How do you communicate with each other? Because you got some people you could talk to. They're a little more sensitive, so you got to be delicate. You got some people you need to be tough on. You got some people in the middle. Yeah. You got some people who talk that shouldn't talk. But what are your ways of communicating? What's y'all style and what works for y'all?
I think our style just, I don't know, very vocal. I mean, very like speaking it out. Okay. Like, for us, it's like, we know right from wrong, so we know what to do, not to do. But when we chat, like I said, I got all sisters, so when they be like, Eric, are you doing that? Or Shayla, or, you know what I'm saying? Or it's just like just how to communicate it. Like, we all kind of like, not sensitive, but we really can't. When you call them, you really can't just lay it all on us. My mama got to beat around the bush a little bit. Like, Eric, I don't think that's right before you. And that's how it is with all of us. So we all take that approach between, my youngest one to my oldest one, because I come to him, like you said, kind of like softly, like, and then I bring it out. But that's just being very vocal, and then just being aware too, being aware of what somebody going through. I know, even Shayla coming to the house, and we know exactly, what she going through. You know what I mean? We like, hey, what's wrong? Or we know she happy, or we just know. And so we're using really knowing your siblings, and then that's really just, okay, Eric, what's going on, and then getting it out and being vocal with each other. So I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah, not letting things go unsaid.
Yeah, kind of going on the same line of being fake, It's like really bringing out everything on the table, and especially they all keep me accountable, Like, they all keep me accountable. I can't do no wrong. If I do something wrong, I'm gonna hear it for all 5 of them, and then I got a daddy too. So so it's just like, it's just they gonna let me know, and that's why I appreciate through all of them, because it's never really fake. They really, and it's really never phony. Nobody can really say our family phony. They gonna keep it real with you. That's what I'm saying. And if I do something wrong, like my mom, she keep it real. She be like, Eric, you shouldn't have did that right in front of the person's face. I just feel some way in my mind. Like, Mom, hold on, I thought you were on my side. But she's just so real. She can't fake the funk when you that type of person. So that's just being very vocal at the end of the day.
Now elaborate more on what he's talking about as far as communication.
Well, and I think a lot of communication is based on being comfortable, around your brother. Because I have 3 brothers. I'm comfortable when I was growing up, but I wasn't comfortable as much as my girls are comfortable around their brother, and their brother comfortable around my girls. I mean, they were comfortable. I mean, my daughters and them, when they were, teenagers, they would say, I have 4 sisters. Because Eric always was, he was very sensitive. He
showed his emotion.
Right, he showed his emotion, and he didn't hold back. When it came to them, some brothers, kind of hold back a little with their sister, but he didn't hold back, and he would let you know. I mean, he would just, and that's the thing about it, where I think they just all just seen each other, at their weakest and at their strongest, and they just all just, just this is us. What I'm saying? One missing,
don't feel right.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. You two kids. Tell me about your mother. Like if somebody was to ask you, like, tell me about your, let's say this, you guys are winning an award, and I call you guys to the stage, and I say, here, Shayla, tell me about your mother. I don't want you to say, oh, my mama's cool, she's funny. I want you to elaborate on mother. Tell me what's dope about your mother.
So I will say, like, honestly, she is like my best friend as well. All of our best friend. Growing up, honestly, she was like a stern. I wouldn't say like she was hard or stern. It's kind of weird because growing up, you know, she was hard on us, you know, and then it's kind of, you know, once we got into our adult age, you know, it's kind of cool, you know. She's kind of like our homegirl, you know. So I do like that. I do like that, you know, like growing up. You do see parents, you know, trying to, you know, be their kids' friends. Yeah. And she wasn't, you know, she was never like that, but she was never like, you know, hard or mean. We the girls, we rarely got whoopings, not Eric. But, you know, but she never really had to whoop us. But, you know, she, just growing up with her, like, she was a very, and still is a very good mom. Call on her for anything. Honestly, like, the first thing I do, I think the other day I was sick, and I just ran up to her room like, Mom, I'm sick. You know, just the first thing you do is I call my mama, and I would say for anybody still to this day, like, you know, like she's the go-to person at number one. Before you do anything, you call her, you know, like
check in.
Yeah, like honestly, like the day, I'm sure we all talk to her, you know, like every single day. Like, you know, I'm sure she is what makes our, you know, like day go around, you know, move forward.
And for me, like, I'm the boy, so I see it differently. You know, I seen it like, this is my lady, you know. So since I was little, you know, since I was little, I get jealous she going out. You know what I mean? 3 years old, 4 years old.
I like
I'm getting a whooping because she like, and she cussing me out like, you don't want me to find no man? I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm your man to this day. You know what I'm saying? No matter what situation, I'm her man. But it's like, you know, I got a best friend. You know, I got not just a best friend, I got a real best friend. You know, I can call her. I call, you know, going through this business and people stepping on my toes and people, you know, copying me and people doing some different stuff. I got nobody to call to, so I call her and she just let it. She's so real. She's like, hey, boom, boom, boom. Like she said, like, you know, I don't care if it's you. Go. You know what I'm saying? I started at the park. Yeah. You know what I mean? And when I started at the park, she like, you at least you're somewhere. And I'm like, I'm just at Rotary. But her. Just the belief, you know, really like my dad is there now in my life, but not being there in our past, you know, in the past, my mom being that father, told me about everything, told me about women, told me about, you know what I mean? And so that's who my mom is, you know, and one thing as well, you don't have your parents here forever. Yeah. So cherish them now. And that's one thing I learned. Like, I had speeches that I didn't bring my mom up. And that hurted me to this day. I'm like, why I ain't bring? But I was so nervous, and she, you know what I'm saying? She know. I mean, she know. She never took it like, man, but she know how much I care for her, how much she does for me. And I tell her now, you know, thank God for everything you done. That's the only reason why I'm here. Why they here? We come from. You shouldn't be living over 25 as being a black man. Yeah. So my mom was like, what? Hold on, you about to live what? You about to go to college? So I'm thinking like, dang, she believed in me. You know what I mean? And I had people on the block that passed away and left. So, but for her to, you know, having no man in the house and her being like the influence, I mean, you can't get no better. You know, mom's a superhero, but mom is like Clark Kent with Superman with everybody put together. You know what I mean? So, and not just that, she's a mom to everybody. You know, we have friends come over, stay at our house, food. My mom is like buying them. You know what I'm saying? She's just that person. And I think people like don't have that. So they see it like, oh, you guys are spoiled. But I think we blessed. You know what I mean? You blessed when you have a good parent, or good parents in general. So that's my mom.
Good job, Mom.
Yeah.
So tell me about your mother and your relationship with your mother.
Well, my mom... I've always had a good relationship with my mom. I'm the youngest of 5. So I never felt like I was the youngest. You know, my siblings will say, oh, you're spoiled. But I wasn't spoiled. I was really a good child. I was kind of like to myself. But, you know, I was just, you know, I was a good kid. And so I wasn't around my mom all the time. You know, back then we tried to get away from my mom. You know, get outside, stay outside. You know, my mom was, my mom a strong woman. Strong. To this day, she'll be 84 in November. And she's still here. She's healthy. She's in the hospital. and with some, opticals, but and the doctor's like, she's so healthy. And, and I got more closer with my mom the older I got, but my mom, she's strong. she gonna tell it like it is. She's so wise. Like, she just wise. It just blow my mind the age I'm at. And I'm like, am I gonna be that way when I get her age? Because my mom remembered things when she was an infant in her crib, and I can't remember.
I'm the same way.
Under me being 5, and I'm like, Mom, you remember that? And she just told me the other day. I was telling me and my brother was talking about a dog, and I said, that was my dog. He was like, no, that was my dog, and I said it was 2 dogs, and my mom was like, no, you got that dog from your Aunt B. And I'm like, and it just brought back memories, and I'm like, wow, my mom, she just the all around. I mean, my mom did whatever she could. She sewed, she made our clothes for Easter. She probably would have made our shoes. She makes everything. I mean, growing up, I never really had like pizza and McDonald's, only from my dad. My mom will make it. Oh, y'all want some pizza? I'm gonna make some pizza. And she just was a good mom and a loving person, and I love my mom. And when I look in the mirror now, and I'm like, wow, I look like my mama, and I got a lot of characteristics of my mom, and even different ailments, my mom like, I got this, so you better, you might have that, so I'm like, Mom, we 2 different people, but I can tell a lot of things I have, she have, but she just she's a pistol.
Okay.
And still, even now, even in the hospital, she told me just real quick, she had a bleed out, not to be telling too much of her business, but she was laying there, and she fainted, and the team had to come in, and she was like, girls. And I said, Mom? She's a bunch of black girls, and they cleaned me up and grubbed me down real good. But I was thinking about that movie you told me I was watching, I Care a Lot. So she thought they was about to take her away. But she's so funny because she don't forget nothing. She don't play. The doctor's like, nothing. She is the doctor, but she's I love her.
That's dope.
I love her. She a mess. She is.
You say like the movie.
I Care a Lot. Yeah, you know how they did. You ever watched it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So you guys, tell me about your pops.
I start first. My pops a good man. I kind of like a mommy of my pops. Like every day I'm growing up, me being the only boy, my dad, and like I said, not really being there, but that's what made us. I feel like my dad was there permanently, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I feel like what I'm doing right now is because my dad took his route he took, and that's why he's here now. We got the best relationship. Like, we just had a funeral for my aunt, not to get all sad, but we had a funeral for my aunt last week, and I was just there comforting him. And I looked down, and I'm seeing my sister and my mom over there, and I look down at my dad, and my dad looked back at me, and he probably, I can't believe my son right here rubbing me, So it was a life-changing experience, just, and my dad is a good man, good, strong man. Like I said, every person go through what they go through. So nobody's perfect. At the end of the day, I'm glad I got him here. I'm glad I got both of my parents, and they get along like best friends. You can still say something there, they probably like hold against each other, but they get along, and I'm glad that we can come in a room and they get along better than some we get along. You know what I mean? They talked about situation before we talked about it, and that helped us too, because African Americans, we ain't seeing relationships like that. We see a mom and dad going back at each other, but my mom, it let a lot of things down, because she shouldn't have sometimes. But I think we got a good dad, and I'm glad that he here with us, to be honest with you, each and every day. I'm probably watching it for sure, but I just talked to him, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch, I want to get closer, but I appreciate you. I appreciate him a lot.
Yeah, most definitely. I am the baby of the family, so I didn't have a dad really growing up. Like he said, my mom was, kind of like the mother and the father figure. I guess I started getting closer with my dad when I turned like 18, 19, when I was away at college. And I do, like you said, with him being there, we probably wouldn't be at the place, like we are now in life. So I do wish, like he was like, there for us.
Yeah, more active,
more when we were younger. But, it's just like, you forgive and, you forgive. And I mean, like you forget, I didn't want to say forget, but, you do try to, just let it go and just work on your relationship going forward, because you only get two parents, only get one father. So I do appreciate him now, being there for us, I love talking to my daddy, having that relationship with him. I got 2 younger siblings, and I was just thinking, like I'm happy, they get that, like that doesn't make me jealous or anything. I just love that he's there for them, and I know he's making, just trying to make up for it, with them. So most definitely, he is a great man. I'm sure if I called him right now, I needed something, anything, he'll definitely give it to.
Yeah,
ask your mama first, but did you ask your mama first? But for sure, and then call mama like, why did you?
And then give it to you. Give y'all what he owed me.
I do that. I'm guilty.
He a good man. But like I said, I'm glad that. I'm not saying I'm glad. I don't look at it like I'm glad, but I'm happy that we had the sisters that, cause we lean on each other for everything. So it's like we wouldn't have the type of bond we had now if be honest, if our dad was there. A lot of conversation we having when it was just us, when mama was downstairs working, because she was a beautician for almost 15, 20, well, still is. But she was down in the basement while we was cooking and while we was fighting in the neighborhood to run away from dogs. So it's like, we didn't have no father there, but we had us. And like you said, he was there. No, I ain't saying like he wasn't there. My daddy was there, but as we say there, we want him every day. So, but he was there and we knew it and we had respect for it. But we was a mom. We loved our mama. So we never left anyway. So it was a blessing. He a good dude.
Most definitely.
Tell me about your relationship with dad.
You speaking to me?
Hold on.
Well, my dad or their dad?
No, their dad. You can tell me about your dad too, but tell me about their dad first. Yeah. It's the reason why I'm asking you this. I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, the same thing. I'm gonna start off with my dad. Same thing. I was the baby. My mom divorced at the age of, I was 2. So I didn't get what my siblings got from my dad. Same way with Shayla. Shayla, me and him was divorced about 2 when she was 2. So she didn't get, you get the, come over and see him and stuff like that. But I wasn't really as close to my dad. But I was the glue that kept my dad together, to me, I feel like, with my siblings. Because my dad grew up in an era where it was I'm not going to say no affection shown, but my dad was so hard. He didn't say, I love you. But he'll let us know he loved us. Yeah. But he never said it, And so when I got older and I started having kids and I would go visit my dad, he was like a loner. I'm like, Dad, I bought you a gift. Don't buy me nothing. No, I want nothing. Keep it for yourself. And Dad, I bought you this. I don't want that, and I would, before we hang up, I was like, Daddy, I love you. And he, and then he said it because it was uncomfortable. So I kind of broke that. So every time I talked to him, I was like, I love you, Daddy. And so, my dad died December the 22nd. I don't know how many years it's been. It's been over, I think, about 12 years now or something, but he died of congestive heart failure and he had dementia. So it broke my heart because at the end, he knew I was his daughter, but he couldn't remember my name. So that kind of broke my heart. But I had a relationship with my dad. I loved him. That was my daddy, But their dad, that was my high school sweetheart. We went together for 2 years, graduated. That was the only man I knew. And, and I was in love with their daddy. And we had a good relationship. I mean, we had a lot of couples. We were in the church. He was a minister. And a lot of couples in the church kind of, looked up to us because we had such a real relationship. Me and him would joke and laugh and play like we were friends, not husband and wife. And, and we were just, I couldn't believe it that, when it kind of fell apart, and it broke my heart. And I was pregnant when I found out I was pregnant with Shayla, but I hated him then, you know. I really did because, you know, and then he told me, if you divorce me, I'm not helping you with them kids. And I ended up divorcing him. But we ended up, through the years, got back to, you know, we would always talk, but it was some animosity, you know, because I divorced him. And then I supposed to waited, you know, I supposed to, you know, now to moved on. I supposed to been that Virgin Mary for him. But, you know, we get along right now. I even call him to this day. Like, look, you need to talk to your kids. Like, you know, this one feel like this, and that one feel like this. And he's like, yeah, you know, he's just a meek and humble type of guy. He's an 18th child. He was the youngest of the 18 kids, and he was just a different type of guy. Still to this day, if you meet him, you will love him. He's just a good guy, you know. And I wish him the best, and he know it. He just owe me some money.
Don't say that on record.
That happened.
He just owe me some money.
Don't say that on record.
Cut that part. Cut that
But
part.
I like.
Say that out.
That's a joke. This is just a joke.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
It's a joke.
But
Raising 5 kids. I mean, I'm just gonna throw that in there because my kids, they didn't wear. You know, I didn't miss a beat when he left.
Like that sometimes.
When he left, I didn't buy Payless gym shoes. All my kids had name brand gym shoes. Now clothes, I would, you know, do what I do, but I made sure they did it. They did that.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
And I like what you said, Shayla. I like what you said about the relationship with your dad and everything and building. And that makes me remember my relationship with my dad. Like, me and my dad is close as ever. Like, he's like a best friend to me. But that didn't happen until I was like 25, 26. So what people have to understand is relationships take time to build, to grow, to understand. And as a kid, we think we understand what our parents go through, but we really don't.
You don't.
So when you become a parent and you start looking at stuff different and you older, you say, oh, damn, that's what he went through. This is what she went through.
And you have to get to know your dad for yourself.
Yes.
Not from what your mama might have told you or somebody else said. Well, your dad was like this. When you get to know him, you're like, he is so totally not what they said. Or you might say, oh, he is, but you get to know him for yourself.
Yeah.
You like him for yourself.
Yeah, and the thing about my dad is kind of what you said. Like, you didn't get, it wasn't that they didn't know how to show that love. And it's just like, some of the things I wanted more of was like communication, pushing to be great and do stuff like that. But as I got older, you know, I understood, I got it, and I went to him one day and we just had that great conversation. It was kind of like Will talking to Uncle Phil. Like, we both was crying, and I don't cry.
Oh, wow.
I'm not against crying, but it's hard for me to kind of cry. I can speak and tell you how I feel, but the crying part was always different. But I remember us both crying, him telling me certain stuff, and ever since then our relationship got real good.
That's good.
And like, it helped me with my sons because I make sure they communicate. I'm making sure I'm communicating.
Yes.
I'm making sure we got our own unique way of dealing with stuff and being open and honest. And, you know, even what you said about the divorce or breaking up, you know, I had to figure out my way of co-parenting and making sure we on the same page.
Yes.
And it'd be tough for guys when it happens, but you got to remember, I'm in it for the long run with this kid.
Yep, these
Me
kids
and her
come
figure
first.
it out, but I'm gonna be there for them kids, and
Yep.
that's the most important thing. And then that relationship grow too, because now you get to say, okay, we didn't work as a couple, but we co-parent good as hell.
Power
We made
couple.
some great kids.
Co-parenting, yes.
Yeah, so that I would tell anybody that. So tell me, you guys, about like some of your family goals, like far as like immediate family, overall family, or just each other. Like, what's some of the goals you want to accomplish within the next couple of years?
So we definitely, I be telling them all the time, we need to take like a family trip, like or just like our immediate family with the kids and everything. We definitely need a trip, most definitely. So I'm gonna be planning one soon, y'all.
That's one of my things too.
Yes, so most
We did.
definitely.
We went on a family trip, but not all of them. It was during right after COVID, so a couple of my kids didn't believe in. You know, they was like, "No, we're not going nowhere." You know, with the COVID and the grandkids, so we went to Disney World. So we had a good time. We stayed in like a
like a Airbnb.
type of thing.
Yeah, it was real
really
nice. It was real
beautiful,
nice.
beautiful.
It was real nice.
And just hanging with the families. I can just hang with the family and just laugh and look and sit back and just enjoy them.
That's cool.
And enjoy them because you're not gonna always have that chance.
Yeah.
As long as you live, it's not gonna always be the same, and you don't know when it. So I live that day to the fullest.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and my goal, my ultimate goal, I gotta go every day, every event. That's what I do. My whole goal is to put my sisters and my mom in a better place. You know what I mean? Like more than myself. And then that's what my whole life though. I'm at college. I go back on like little like old posts and stuff like that. And I see, me saying something about my sister saying something about me because I'm away from college or something. Mm-hmm. So it's I feel like my goal is not just because success means so many different things. My thing is for all my family to be happy. You know what I mean? Like one thing is, well, they never need for nothing. And that's why I'm working hard. I'm just 31. I kind of always see, like, when I get 52, man, I gotta be rich by then. My mama gotta be in this, my sister gotta be in this, because that's what I'm doing it for, at the end of the day. So, like you said, family trips that we have already done, wanted to get better. Not just that, getting back to Sunday dinner, because mama, we barely eat her cooking anymore, right. Unless holidays or something like that. And she cook every day, but she doesn't cook for herself now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Still making the best meals, but just like, putting my family in a position that we talked about or that we see on TV, that we thought that where we at, we never thought we can all say where we at right now. When we was little, just looking outside doing 7 Mile, like we would be here and we'd be like, nah. So it's like so amazing, you know what I mean? So I just want my family just to be successful, and I want to take them there. I always tell my sister, I talk to my sister all the time. Just call me for anything. They're like, no, but I want to do it. You know what I mean? I want to put them in a better position, and I know I can, and that's why it's starting here. And that's just we're the place where I feel with my family. This my eternal family, all my family. I want to make sure we all in a good place. Family reunions, everybody comfortable. Just all aspects of life. I want to make sure that it's all filled in. I want to do my part too heavy.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So, E-Mack.
Yeah.
Tell us, I know you've been here before. You talked about it. Tell us more about the business and things you got coming up. And I want you guys to, when he's done, I want y'all to tell me about ways that y'all support, ways y'all push them, and tell me, how do y'all feel about the business?
So the business is great. I mean, business is amazing. It's booming. It's better than ever. To be honest with you, I'm actually got a meeting on Tuesday. A lot of people I didn't even tell my family about it really. I'm taking over Fraser Sports and Mount Clemens Sports, basketball and flag football. Okay. And that was a dream. That was a dream to me. And like I mentioned, I'm like a sports rec in itself. So I got not just I got football, baseball, everything, and it's just blowing up in so many different avenues. Making the news and just doing stuff for the community, and that's what it. One of the biggest things as well. I always want to touch back on community. I always want to be that person. Like I remember he came and did this here. So I think that more of what I'm going to start doing, that on top of the stuff we all been doing, like we doing trunk or treats, and my family had everything. It matters in Romulus, no matter where that they at everything. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that at every event. You know what I mean? Because they don't supposed to be there. My whole goal, I listen to Waka Flocka. My goal is I want my family to spend no money on me. I want me to make the money so I can spend it on them. I don't want them to buy me anything. Like my mom, she's good at it. Let me give you $100 of this. I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? Let us fundraising and let's do it. So that's my goal, and it's booming right now. It's doing very, very good. And we just reaching out and doing a lot of great things. And my family, that's what I do it for. You know what I mean? I remember when I went off to college, I didn't know what I was gonna do, and my mom was like, "Do what make you happy." You know what I mean? And she didn't even say, "Do what gonna make you rich." And that's what really stuck to me, because she could say that. She could be like, "Do what gonna get us paid." She's like, "Do what gonna make you happy, boy." And that's what I did. And like, I'm not rich as well. My diploma is not getting me rich, but Family Matters gonna get us there. So that's what just to start of her is like, do what you want, dream in it, and that's what we here. Absolutely.
How I feel about his business, I really love that, you know, he's keeping it going. I'm sure it was many times, you know, you wanted to quit and you know, just didn't see it through, my boy. But but I am very happy about, you know, the turnouts, everything, always keeping God first in it. And honestly, I feel like that is the reason why, you know, it's gonna continue to, you know, be the best business out there. You feel me? Like, I be seeing a lot of like AAU teams going on and stuff. I'm like, come to my brothers, you know, just always supporting, like you said, you know, fundraisers, just making sure, you know, you there. Like family matters, like, you know, the whole name of, you know, the concept of it, keeping God first. I love that about him, honestly.
Yeah. That's what's up. And you?
I just have to say, he know it's about always putting God first, not just being cliche and saying it.
Yeah.
To really, really know that your help come from God. It doesn't come from the help of your wife and from family. It you know, and the money that be put in your pocket from is God. You know, He have a calling on your life. It's already planned. And He just wants you to trust Him. He wants you to trust Him in whatever your plan is, and know that it can happen if you put Him first. Not just saying, oh, I put God first, and you can put all the, you know, the stuff on Instagram and all, you know, social media. But if you don't have Him in your heart for real, and we talking about being real and we family being real, but you got to be real with who made you, who know your heart for real, who know your heart, who made your heart, who designed your heart, who know how you are, your love. That's, you know, and somebody asked me a while ago, what is love? And love is God. That is love. So I ain't trying to preach a sermon or nothing, but that's just how I feel, that you have to keep God, and don't be, you know, distracted. Don't be distracted by negativity. Just keep having that faith in God, and He will bring you out. He will.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You got me feeling that. I like that.
Just every day. You get that every day.
I feel that. But yeah, I definitely believe in it. It's like incorporating. Ever since I started incorporating Him in every decision, everything, and it has made life better. Like, I've always been that praying throughout the, like I tell people, I talk to God throughout the day.
That's right.
Whether it's like, man, help me calm down,
right.
or whether it's just like
that personal relationship.
Yeah, like I talk to Him like He a friend, like He's sitting there walking.
And that's what He wants. He wants you to be real with Him. Don't just put Him up on the shelf like, okay, you know, I'm putting Him on the shelf. This is my Bible. No, He wants you to talk to Him. You don't have to get on your knees and all of that. You can literally talk to Him in your mind. You can talk to Him. Be real. And when you real with God, He'll be real with you.
Yeah, and I definitely feel that. And it's like, it's just like, with Him too, I'm like that kid that kind of want to please his parent, his father. And I know I do stupid stuff, God. I'm not going to sit here acting like I be perfect on my thoughts. But I be like, man, look, my bad. Like I was driving today, and it's this gas cut me off and then started riding slow, and I'm like, what? Oh, calm down. Sorry, guys.
It's Sunday.
It seems like every time I just like talk to Him, something happened right after the end. That devil right there trying to test me, and I gotta be like, my bad, God, my bad.
And sometimes it ain't always the devil. Even though the devil, he is the devil, we want to blame everything on him. But sometimes God will test you too, to see what, you know, to test you, to see where you growing in Him. You know what I'm saying? To even be past that, you know, just go ahead, you know, to the driver. But yeah. You gotta have that personal relationship, and I got stronger and stronger as I got older. As you get older, you understand. You understand a little more.
And I've been getting tested a lot too, and I feel like I'm past it. I know I'm past it because it's like some of the things, and like I teach my sons, like, when you feeling too comfortable, like you're not taking risks, you're not taking chances, you're not growing, and we all be stagnant sometimes. But when you not reaching, like I've never wanted to settle. Like I've always had these goals that I wanted to reach as far as success, business, money, even with the show. Like I always set out these goals, and I always include him in it with it, and just asking like, look, should I do this? Should I do that? Because sometimes you be like, I don't know if I should do that or have this person on, because to be honest with this podcast stuff, it just be like, okay, I know the show I wanted. It's different shows. Like I wanted the guys show where we just talk like guys and talk however we talk. You know, I got this show that's more family structured and oriented. You can watch it with the teenagers. You can watch it with the kids. And you meet and talk to different people. And then I had the one I want to have with females where they can talk about women's stuff and everything. And it's just like, okay, I've been getting tested with the changes. He was at the old studio. I changed studios. The guy that got me into it, he passed away. It's just been a lot of hurdles, but it's like I know I'm making the right decision because the feedback I'm getting.
Oh, for sure.
And then I'm really I'm not doing stuff for likes. I'm not talking about everything people talking about. I'm talking about things that's going to help us and show our community this is how we can do it. We don't have to curse all day.
Right.
I don't tell people not to cuss on here, but if you see the way we talking, you're not gonna want to. Sometimes getting that delivery across is better than just sitting back, and we showing other people this how we conduct. This not how like everybody is. What you see right here, it's not all of us. No, and then you don't have to do stuff for likes. Like I'm here to make a difference in the community and us. I'm never gonna sell out by doing crazy TikTok videos, dancing. That ain't me. But if it's organic and whatever it is, then I'm cool with that. But I just wanted that show where I could help my brothers talk about their business, help my sisters, help whoever, and you know, and the range of guests is different. Like I talk to him, and she can vouch for this. I hit her up first, knowing like I told her I didn't want to talk to him because I know he gonna say yes, but I wanted to see how you felt about doing that, and I told her it was important because I see their relationship. No, not personally. I don't know them, but I don't know her personally. But I know him, and I know how highly he speaks of his sisters and his mother. Right. So I wanted to ask her because I wanted to make sure it was something she was cool with, comfortable with. And a lot of time with podcasts, asking people to get on, people be leery. Like, hold on, why you want me on? You trying to get on? You trying to hate? You trying to do this? So I got to tell people, look, I want you on, and she can vouch for this. Because I love your brother and sister dynamic. I love how you talk about his mom. And it'll be dope to celebrate in the show, because we don't see that, about brothers and sisters sticking together, laughing, being tough. Because I knew this about him. He'll tell me all the time. And he talked about it on the last episode. So it's just like, I wanted to show that. And then I hit him up and say, look, talk to your sister. So now you got to do it.
Come on.
And I just wanted to say, if we had known ahead of time, one of his sisters out of town, and the other one had to work. But if we were all here, real powerful.
We'll set it up again.
Trust me.
See, because I'm gonna tell you what was my goal. My goal was to have you and the other sisters, whoever. I needed one more sister to sit right here, but I was gonna interact, and we're gonna do this again. I want you guys on again, and we was gonna interact with them right there, and interact with them, and we was gonna do some behind the scenes. So next time y'all come, I got some more games we could do, some more fun stuff. And I had y'all chilling to the side. Make sure I got y'all a nice drink.
Not a little, like
not that little pinch he gave. But we gonna have a great time, and we gonna do this again because I want to celebrate brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
Too many times we hear, nah, I don't mess with this person or this person. Like, it's good to celebrate good relationships, healthy relationships, especially when you got mom and we didn't even set it up like
we didn't.
But you go with the flow, and it was probably even better conversation with mom being here.
Oh, wow.
And she said I wasn't gonna say nothing. Thank you, though. Thank you.
But you know what? I do want to say that it was real funny. I don't know who told us this years ago. They was like, y'all need to, when the Kardashian show first came out, remember? People used to always tell us, y'all need to get a show called The Macks. Because we all of us together, we funny.
I can tell.
We funny. We funny. We ain't, we
don't
funny.
hold back.
We funny. And
you'll be like hanging around.
Just real. Y'all just real. No, real. I mean, just real.
I love it, though.
And we would have made some money, but I ain't for no TV.
Me either. For real. I don't want everybody seeing everything. Yeah. But no, I definitely want you guys back.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate all y'all.
Appreciate you
Especially
having
my
us.
brother. Thank
Absolutely.
you, moms, for coming out and
Thank
stepping
you.
in. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And, you know, I want y'all back. I'm not just
Absolutely.
saying that.
All
We'll be
right.
back.
And we will be.
And you know when I say I want you back, I want
I
you
want you back.
back.
Absolutely.
So, any shout outs y'all want to give before we leave? Can you say
Well,
hi to
shout out
everybody?
to this family,
Yeah,
the sisters.
yeah, shout out to the family. Shout out to all my coworkers, all
Family
everybody that's helping.
Matters.
Family Matters. Tommy Burns, Devin Wash, D White. Thank you guys for all you do. Shout out to my mama and my father and God, number one. So
right.
shout out to you too, man. Always being here.
And that's what
This
I was about
relationship
to
is
say.
long,
Shout
man.
out to you.
This relationship is long, man,
Thank
for
you,
real.
guys.
Real
Yep.
solid guy, never change. That's one thing. A lot of people like, man, how do you condone yourself? I seen guys like him, so I don't really get shooken up or nothing. I know humble dudes and humble people. I've been around all my life, so appreciate you, my guy.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Well, shout
Thank
out
you,
to
guys.
you. Shout out to you, and God got something real
Thank
big
you. I
for you.
appreciate that.
Trust me.
Thank you guys for being here. You guys, please be safe, be great, enjoy your week, and stay safe. Peace.
Bye.
Got you.
Yep, he got something big for you, brother.
Most definitely. This was fun.
I'm gonna speak. You gotta speak still.